Alright, so 3-1. That's good for my first league match of the season so far. But he still has a chance to tie it up here. All I know for sure is I'm not going to lose the match. Alright, so I got the good draw this time as compared to, was it game 2? Whichever game. Necropolis and Waves, I feel like at least with the good ways, not the bad ways, with the good ways, you really want to find Necropolis turn 1. This is one of the good ways. He might also have the same thing. What do we got going on here? There's no villages except Necropolis. It's a little awkward because you also like Necropolis where you play it with Way of the Squirrel is like pretty good, but you're probably gonna have to play it as just like +2 actions instead because that's in short supply here. We got decent non-terminal draw though with Hunting Party. I feel like Fortune is not gonna get uncovered from Gladiator just because, well actually I don't know. So like I don't think you want a Gladiator because terminal space is really limited. For example, I wouldn't open with Gladiator because if you draw it in the same hand as your Necropolis, you're really sad because you don't get to squirrel your Necropolis anymore. And so the Gladiators aren't going to trash themselves. But like, I don't know, maybe you could consider like taking a Lurker and just lurking the Gladiators into the trash to uncover Fortune, which, I don't know, maybe it could be a thing worth doing if you saw your opponent playing like too simple. Like if they were just greening immediately, you could like try to lurk your way to a big Fortune engine. That's probably not worth it though. Just because like the work you would do to play Lurker 5 times would help both of you. And so it only makes sense if your opponent was somehow incapable of taking advantage of it. Okay, so much like last time, we both had the bad draws. This time it looks like we both got the good draws. So where is this going? I kind of feel like this might be play a bunch of hunting parties and then play 2 merchant guilds. I think that's the deck we're building. In which case, yeah, silver seems fine. You do want to hit 5. I'm not sure if you thin with Goat Herd or if you try to get like a big banish or 2 off. I'm kind of inclined to say Goat Herd's a little bit better, but it might depend on the shuffles. Probably gonna hit 5 next turn. I'm actually not sure the silver is necessary. Now that I'm thinking about this, I think I'd rather have the Goat Herd, right? Or maybe even Caravan Guard. Like I think this next turn they're gonna hit 5 anyway. Maybe his idea is to use the silver to get an early banish off. I think I'm gonna take the Goat Herd though. We'll see how this plays out. Damn it. Okay, the odds of this were really low in my defense. So I had 4 coppers and an overgrown estate on the bottom, and so I just had to draw 1 copper to complete the hand and hit 5. But I drew instead both of the other 2 shelters, and that makes me sad. This actually is not influenced by what I bought, though. It's equally bad, I guess, whether I bought Goat Herd or silver. But now, I'm a little sad. Maybe I take the silver now. I assume that's the hunting party. Oh, you know what will be kind of nifty with Merchant Guild? Is even before you need the... Oh, I could consider Banisher, actually. Anyways, what might be nifty with Merchant Guild is if you squirrel it, you still get the coffer effect, because the coffer effect is like below the line. And so there'll still be Merchant Guild in play, even if you didn't follow its instructions. Squirreling just means you don't get the +1 buy, +1 coin part. So that's cool. Banishing here does look kind of appealing. Trashing 3 coppers at once. But I mean also hunting parties around, so like you don't need to thin the coppers that badly. My bottom 4 cards are kind of junky, right? It's an Acropolis, 2 coppers, and a hovel. I think I'm gonna go for the banish. Not sure about this. Here, I think I'm gonna take a lurker. It either forces him to take a lurker himself, or else I just get like free stuff out of the lurkers. Or I bottom deck my lurker. That could happen too. Now I think I take Merchant Guild. I'm gonna guess he squirrels his Merchant Guild here, and then he can buy another hunting party. I am worried because he's hit 5 a bunch. Oh, we buy the second Merchant Guild. Interesting. Okay, you can do that too. More power to you. I shall take my first Merchant Guild now. Little sad I didn't get to play my lurker. If my shovels were slightly different, I could have played it and like trashed a hunting party. I might still be able to, but this gives him one more chance. Now he could buy a lurker this turn, and then that makes it really risky for me to try to put stuff in the trash because he could yank it right back out. He's got a lot more of the good cards, like a whole lot more of the good cards. He's been hitting 5 pretty consistently. The advantage I potentially have is I'm thin, and so I'm kind of praying that he doesn't find all of his good cards. Unfortunately, Hunting Party does a real good job of finding the good cards in your deck, and he's playing them kind of consistently, it seems. In fact, yeah, he's got his other Merchant Guild in hand. So, what's he got in hand? He's got, yeah, like he could like squirrel this Merchant Guild and still afford to buy like a hunting party. Yeah, he might just go without trashing and still never dud. That's a bit of an annoyance. At least I'll get like a free hunting party out of this. I have to play this normally because I need one more coin. We'll take our second Merchant Guild now, I guess. Oh, I did this in a bad order, I think. Oh well, it's too late to undo it now. It's too far back. I don't even want to bother. The better order here was I should have trashed the Merchant Guild with my lurker and then bought the hunting party, because that would set me up more effectively to regain the Merchant Guild mid-turn and draw it with my hunting party. I think I'm behind here. He just got his deck set up nicely so that he's just never going to dud even without the trashing. I mean, he might pick up a goat herd soon. I wouldn't be too surprised if he did, because getting the overgrown estate and the hovel out of his deck will at least help a lot, I would think. Like Merchant Guild does a really good job, not Merchant Guild, Hunting Party does a really good job of just like skipping over all the coppers to find unique cards. But overgrown estate and hovel are both unique cards that Hunting Party will pick up on mistake. I don't know how high a priority it is, but I would expect him to pick up a goat herd soonish. Gold already, okay. So he's really confident in his deck's ability to draw, which I don't know, it might be right. But buying gold is like saying I'm already sure I have deck control. I'm not sure I believe that. I feel like he could have played it a little bit safer here. Gold is a very risky buy. I would have expected something like goat herd hunting party or something like that. Anyways, what am I doing? I can afford to trash another copper here. and then still squirrel the Merchant Guild. And then my bottom two are Necro Merchant Guild, which is fine. I shall take Hunting Party now. I just really have to hope he does, and this might be a turn for it to happen. Because like his deck just, it has more everything. And so like if he consistently just doesn't dud, then it's going to continue to scale faster because he's got more money. But my deck is thinner. Yeah, so here he had a little bit of a lackluster turn. I'm not sure if it's enough to negate his lead, but this is the sort of downside, of course, to not trashing. Okay, well he's exiled 5 copper, so he's now probably back in the swing of things. That bottom card is my lurker. I'm not sure what to do with that information. Nothing I can gain really. I guess I just play the Hunting Party normally. He still does not have a lurker. So now I want to add money. So my deck can buy things. In fact, I want a gold. How do I get that? I would not mind buying both a gold and a lurker here. I don't think I can afford that, can I? I believe I cannot. I can probably just play both merchant guilds normally for the money. Is that important? Would give me extra buys. What if I trash a copper with Goat Herd, I play one merchant guild normally, I squirrel the other one, and then I buy a gold and a copper. That gives me a bunch of coffers to work with. The really greedy thing to do would be to play both merchant guilds normally and buy gold and 2 coppers. But with only 2 hunting parties, I don't think I can afford to do that. So I'm going to do it this way. Oh wait, shoot, that's not enough money, is it? I'm going to undo that trash. I want the gold, right? I said I do. Maybe I don't actually want the gold. I mean, it's not going to take a whole lot to convince me to do something else. I would have to not trash the copper if I am to afford the gold, right? 1, 2, 3. Or I would have to not play the merchant guild as a squirrel. Yeah, what if I just don't? Yeah, I like this better. What if I just don't buy the gold? I can, I buy hunting party and 2 coppers, and that's still hella coffers. So that still seems okay. I could buy ruins instead. Nah, coppers are better. So this is a little bit greedy. I actually, yeah, maybe I should have counted this. I actually can't draw every card in my deck. I'll miss 1 card. Potentially 3 cards if I don't find my hunting party. But hopefully it's just a copper. It seems really likely that the bottom card will end up being copper, just because of the way hunting party works, in which case I'm totally fine. Okay, yeah, he's drawing now. Which means he's probably in the lead still. He's got deck control, and he's gotten to that step like a turn faster. Again, this is kind of a little bit of its player 1 thing. Because I expect I'll be in a pretty similar situation to this on my own turn 9. We also took different steps to get here. 2 golds. 2 golds is weird to me. Oh, did I do that in a bad order? No, it didn't end up mattering. I bottom decked my merchant guild, which is not good. It could be better. But what I think what I should have done, it wouldn't have made a difference given the shuffle order, but what I should have done anyway was play Necropolis and then Merchant Guild. And then if the copper is anywhere but the top, which it just happened to be, then I would have drawn Lurker and Merchant Guild guaranteed, which would have been better. He didn't trash anything. It would have been really nice if he bought a province and trashed his hovel, because then I could draw my last Merchant Guild. But I can't. Do I buy 2 things here? I could squirrel the Goatherd, play the Merchant Guild. I could squirrel the Merchant Guild, play the Goatherd. I think I want 1 gold. Like 1 gold is just like a good number to have with hunting parties because they'll find it. 2 golds was weird. The safer thing I think is just trash 1 copper, squirrel Merchant Guild, buy gold. I think I'm fine with that. That might be bad, I don't know. Like there's a very decent case that I might have just played it a little bit too safe there, in which case, I mean the downside of playing it like quote unquote safe is they build faster and then green quicker and your deck isn't doing enough. Like I think, yeah, I'm already regretting it. I'm not happy with that buy. I think I was being a little bit too cautious, where my deck is like pretty unlikely to dud, even if I don't, thin and only buy 1 card. I think I probably could have bought like more things and still been fine. I assume he'll do Province Hunting Party? Yeah. I'll take the last one. So I want to take at least 1 province, that's for sure. Can I even afford to take 2? That I'm less sure of. I'm buying 2 something. So if I play this Merchant Guild normally, I could get not a whole lot actually. Maybe I'm just squirreling it and buying 2 things. Is 6 provinces an awkward number to leave? Might be. I'll squirrel it, I guess. I'm buying a province, and I guess just a copper for the money. The big theoretical threat with these decks is going to be triple, where you play both Merchant Guilds normally on the final turn and buy 3 provinces. And I think it's going to be important to get there. The concern, of course, also is that he could get his own deck there. How much money does he have? He's got 2 golds, 2 coppers, so that's 10, plus 2 Merchant Guilds is 12. So he would need to be sitting on 12 coppers to be able to threaten triple. I think that's right. My deck has less money, doesn't it? My deck only has 7 plus 2 Merchant Guilds is 9. So I would need 15 coppers The good news is I do have more coppers at the very least. But like the ideal scenario, I assume, would be to leave it at 4 provinces left with enough money to triple. So he's left it at 4, but I don't think he can triple. So, I am relatively confident the best you can do is double province. I guess you could do double on a duchy maybe, if that were a thing of importance. But double province is still scary. So I can only buy 1 province, I think. I'm definitely buying 2 things at the very least. If I bought province and duchy, I would be like 5, I'd be 3 points behind. And then the problem is, what I said I really wanted was the ability to threaten to triple province. I'm not able to get there, am I? Buying 3 things gives me 6 coffers, and my deck would need. Oh, I actually have a little bit more money because I bought 2 coffers. I've got a little bit more now. What if I like trash a copper, play Merchant Guild normally? Then I'm very unsure of my ability to draw. If I squirrel the Merchant Guild, what set of buys would give me the opportunity to triple? So I need to buy 1 province. I've got 9 money, that costs 8. And then I would need to have 9, 11. I need to have like 13 coffers. I would just need to buy like another copper, wouldn't I? So if I did just like province copper, that would threaten triple, but like probably in an unhelpful way. Because then he could just score a bunch. Like he could just buy double province, and then I couldn't outscore it. So I don't think I can effectively put myself in a position where I could triple province. So I probably just do province duchy here, and be sad. The be sad is an important part of that line. I could consider province double duchy. That would cost most of my coffers. 5, 8, 9, 10. I have to spend 8 of my coffers and not squirrel the Merchant Guild. Province double duchy is probably like a guaranteed loss. So I'm just going to do province single duchy, I guess. I think I'm unable to beat double province here. My suspicion is he will do double province and then like a duchy or an estate, and then buy the last province the next turn. I don't think I've accounted to that. I'm also not sure I had a better line that could have avoided this though. Ooh, that's not enough, is it? That's like one coin too short. So now if I draw, I can take a tie. So now I do the little play the Merchant Guild first thing. And this should be enough for a tie, right? 10, 16, 8. Oh, this is actually cutting it real close, isn't it? Wow. Oh wait, can I just not count? Why did I think this was tying? I'm lost. For some reason, I thought that Province Double Dutch was going to tie there. I'm wrong about that. GG. That was just me being dumb.